More than snakes, crocodiles, and even death, people fear public speaking the most. According to a large-scale research that was done in the US about the fears of people. Why are we so afraid of public speaking? Why is it so scary? It's important that we address this issue because not only does the fear of public speaking make us avoid opportunities to speak, it also blocks our natural expression and our fun during a presentation, which harms the connection that we make with the audience. Plus, the fear of public speaking makes you so uncomfortable that you don't even want to practice. So people avoid practicing even. It's important to understand that the fear of public speaking is a completely normal and natural biochemical reaction to what is about to happen. Even the most experienced speakers still get nervous before they go on stage. Why? Because you're going to do something new. You're about to arrive in a brand new moment. And you cannot predict if you remember everything you want to say. You cannot predict the words that will come out of your mouth. You cannot predict how your audience will respond, if they will look away, fall asleep, or ask you impossible questions. You cannot predict how they judge your clothes, what they think of you. This is scary. So the moment we are entering a new moment, we cannot predict what is going to happen, and that in itself gives a feeling of unsafety. When we feel unsafe, our body gives a stress reaction, preparing you, giving you the energy to respond accurately to what is going to happen. So it's a fight-flight response to a situation that is actually rather safe. But it's your subconscious, instinctive reaction to the situation. So it's important to understand this will always be part of public speaking. You will not get rid of your nerves completely, but you will be able to regulate them better. The stress reaction in itself is pretty harmless. It's just sensations, sweaty palms, hyperventilation, a funny belly, weak in the knees. It gets worse the moment we get scared of it. We are inclined to be shocked or scared by our stress reaction. So the moment you feel your nerves in your belly, you're like, oh my God, I'm nervous, oh no, and you accumulate the panic. So it's important to understand it's part of the game and to not be afraid of it. Your nerves are not going to ruin your presentation. They can actually help you. Because imagine if you would give a presentation and you would feel completely relaxed. Do you think you'd look energetic and interesting? So the adrenaline also gives you that charge, the sharpness that can really work for you. Another reason why it's so scary is because we are afraid to be judged. And that fear goes way back from the time when we were still living in tribes. So imagine you were in a tribe. If you were put in front of the group by yourself and the group would judge you and you were judged negatively, maybe they would even ban you. And being banned equals death in that time. So there's a very old primitive fear that the moment you're being at trial, let's say, in front of your tribe, that people can judge you negatively and even reject you. It's a deep, deep psychological fear that we all have in some extent. On top of all these things, standing in front of a group is instinctively an unsafe spot. I cannot oversee the entire audience right now. I cannot see if somebody over there is holding a stone that they want to throw at me. So, instinctively, it's not a comfortable place to be. It's important, though, that to realize that the moment you have multiple positive experiences in standing in this spot, you will grow in confidence and safety about where you stand. So instead of avoiding the scary spot, we should look for the scary spot and stand there as much as we can. If we would be all together right now, I would give the opportunity to all of you to stand in front of 100 students. Just standing there itself gives already so much sensations. Even if you don't have an assignment, you have nothing to say, physically standing here is really, really exciting. So practice as much as you can. That's the first advice. Especially when you're afraid, you should do it as often as possible. Practice before you go on stage as much as you can so that you can make mistakes in a safe way and improve where needed. Also, it's important to befriend your nerves. Understand why they are there and don't be afraid of them. Become buddies with your nerves. Welcome them, because that disco belly is not going away and you can find ways to take care of yourself better. For example, when you have a big presentation to give and you've been preparing for weeks and you're really nervous and it's in the afternoon, make sure that in the morning you go for a nice long run. Run out all that tension, all that adrenaline that you build up. Physical exercise is a great preparation for something scary. Then find ways to calm yourself as well. Breathing exercises, grounding breathing exercises, slow movements so that you can feel that you are here and that you are safe in the moment. Then there's another important thing that you can work on. Anxiety and excitement are chemically pretty much the same in our body and brain, but gives a completely different experience. They are both preparations for something new, something that you cannot predict and that feels unsafe. Anxiety is the oh no towards that new situation and is afraid, is worried, is not optimistic. Excitement is also the preparation to something new, but with a oh yes, let's see, I want to know, I'm curious, I'm optimistic. So it comes down to a psychological decision. Are you afraid or are you excited? Now there's been a research about the impact of telling yourself you are excited even when you're not, and the effects to your performance. Turns out that if you tell yourself, I'm so excited, even when you don't believe it, you already perform better. Isn't that super powerful? So if you tell yourself, I'm so excited when you're nervous, you will get into your positive psychology. Bring it on, let's go. Like, you know, getting ready for a game. I can feel it now that I'm saying it. So these are all ways where you can befriend your nerves and not be afraid of them anymore. Get on top of it. It is not our goal to completely eliminate nerves. We wouldn't want to. In the end, it's a life energy. It gives you that superpower in the right doses. So we're not going for 100,000% confidence and relaxed and easy talking. We are going for the brave, authentic, and audible version of you. This was the last video of week 1. Please make the assignments that are part of this video and upload the whole thing on Canvas. I wish you a great learning experience with your tutorial group and your trainer. And we will be seeing each other again in week 4, talking about general guidelines for presenting.